All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee and questions. Or what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about Harbor Freight toe straps, the ones that are made by Hallmaster, and I'll get right to it. Let's take a look at these, and I'm going to give you another option, and I'll let you decide on which way to go, because one of the things that I like to carry with me in the Jeep is these emergency kits. And with the emergency kind of kits and stuff, I've got D-rings, toe straps, and I have all that stuff just in case. I have had to use it from time to time, and it's well worth, carrying with you. But let me change the picture. Let's get right to it. Okay, so this is the 9,000 pound. Okay, so that's important to remember for a minute. From Hallmaster on this tow rope. Now, you're going to get it for around $28 somewhere in there if you use a 20% coupon, but is it really worth buying at that price? Now, you're also going to need shackles, and you want good quality shackles. And my advice to you when it comes to shackles is you probably want 3/4 inch shackles with a 7/8 inch pin in them. So that's the first thing to consider before we move forward. Now, you sit there and say, well, okay, these don't have shackles, so you're going to have to buy those also. So maybe you do have them. All right, so if you do, great. If you don't, $28. Now, this is not one of the kinetic ones where you have that expansion and contractility. This is just your generic kind of heavy-duty recovery toe strap. There's nothing wrong with it for $28. A couple of guys out at the club own this. They've been using it, and they don't have a problem. But my issue with this is it's 9,000 pound. And if you're going to spend $28 on it, and you're not going to do like a lot of really heavy-duty pulling, you probably can get away with it, but I wanted something a little bit more heavy duty as a just-in-case measure. So let me show you what I ended up getting and what I carry in my Jeep. Okay, so this one is made by a company called Alltop. And again, it's not the kinetic kind, but it's a damn good strap. And I've had it in my vehicle for quite a while. It's got 32,000 pound capacity here, and it's 30 feet long. Now, it depends on what you're going to be needing it for or using. You can buy them longer, of course, or you can buy them sometimes shorter in 20-foot lengths. But I wanted the 30 feet, and it does come in its nice little carrying bag, and I can keep this like stored in the back of my Jeep real easily. So I'll do questions and answers on this, and but it's up to you. There is a significant savings there depending on what you're going to use these toe straps for. You're going to take a jump from that $28 up to $60. So, but you're getting a much better quality, toe strap also. But again, it depends on what you're using it for. You may get away fine with that $28 one from Harbor Freight. One of the first questions is, how do I know what kind or which toe strap to buy? Well, there's a very generic rule you can follow that I read about online. You can get a 7/8 inch, wide one, and that will work fine on most cars, 4x4s and SUVs. 1¼ inch wide or so works well on trucks. 2-inch, you're starting to get into some heavy duty, transport trucks and stuff like that. And the same thing with the 3-inch. Now that's a very generic rule. I wanted something that was a little bit in the way of overkill. So of course I went with the 3-inch wide one, and I disregard what I was reading, out on the web in terms of, what to attach to the vehicle. Cause like I said, I wanted something that was overkill. That's just me. You can go by those generalized rules if you want to. I just tended, like I said, to want to go with a higher quality one. Why choose nylon over polyester? Well, the nylon's got more elasticity in it. So that's one reason. Where's the product made? Well, it's made in the USA. Alltop is. Now, the one from Harbor Freight, of course, comes out of China. At the moment, I don't have faith in the manufacturer of these toe straps coming out of China. I'm not saying that they're bad or good. We all know Makita makes great products. They come out of China. I'm just not familiar when it comes to toe straps. So I decided to go with somebody that's got, this lifetime warranty here. And this company backs their product, and it's a USA made product. And I believe it to be far superior. That was another reason for spending the extra money and going with something that I know that was probably going to outlast anything I wanted to do with it. Okay, to answer your question in a little bit more detail, how big is the bag? Is it big enough to hold, everything on and on and on? Okay, the bag is plenty big enough. It'll hold not just this toe strap, but you're also getting these D-rings that come with it. these toe rings. And so what I would tell you is if you take the cost of the rope, the $28, and you start adding in the cost of buying a couple of rings, you're probably getting up to where closer to, what this kit would cost. And I just think it's superior. Now in the bag, I like the bag for easy storage. I also like the bag because it has more room in it. I can put a snatch block. I can also put other things in this bag, and it keeps everything nice and neat tucked away in the back of my Jeep. So I like it for that reason too. The bag's nice. I don't know what else to tell you about the bag. Okay, so where's the bag made? I might have said USA in the beginning, but actually somebody had corrected me and sent me an email message, said, no, it's actually made in Australia. What's the material made of on the protective sleeves on this? It's made out of neoprene. Should I buy the cheaper, 20-foot length? Well, I can't tell you that. It depends on your use and what you want. I went ahead and I would tell you to buy the 30-foot, if you can, because it gives you a better chance of getting out of more situations than a 20-foot one. That's my best answer to you. Are the shackles that comes with it, are they forged or are they cast? They're cast. What size are the shackles? Well, they're the 3/4 inch ones. Those are the ones that you preferably want to get. Question, well, why shouldn't I just buy the $28 one from Harbor Freight? I'm not telling you not to. People that I know out at the club that own that one, and they use their 20% coupon to get it, it's been sufficient for them. I'm not going to say that you shouldn't. At $28, it's a good price. If you need shackles, I'm just saying add up the amount that you're going to pay for a couple of good shackles and then see what your total overall cost is. If you don't need the shackles, the $28 tow rope from Harbor Freight probably would work for you fine. This is just the route I chose to go because I just didn't have faith in a company that I didn't know that was manufacturing them coming out of China. And this is a company where there's 3 people out at the club. We've got 12, 14 members now, but there's a couple of people out there that have this, and I went over and took a look at it. I needed the additional shackles. I wanted a better, higher quality, tow rope. I liked the idea of a bag that not just held the shackles and the tow rope, but could also hold more. And I decided just to go ahead and spend the extra money for something that was made in the USA or, Australia. I'm not sure which. There's a battle online where people say, no, it's USA made, and other people say it's made in Australia. And I could sit here and tell you another thought between the $28 ones and this. Who cares? If you need it, go buy it. If it works for you, I think that's great. And the $28 one works fine for a lot of people. So there's nothing wrong with getting that one out at Harbor Freight. I just told you, the route I decided to go and the reasons why. But if you don't need the shackles, you don't care about the bag, and you just want a tow rope that's adequate, there's nothing wrong with the Harbor Freight ones. Otherwise, you might want to consider these ones from All Top, which is a good company. What are your thoughts on Rhino USA versus All Top? Rhino USA, how can I explain this? I don't like people that false advertise or false market. They say that they're a small kind of family-owned business and it's made here in the USA. Well, really, when you dig into it, it's not. It might have been engineered here in the USA, but it's actually manufactured in China and shipped here, and then I suppose branded in under, Rhino USA. And there's a whole controversy over the deceptive advertising on this, and I just don't want to support a company that does that. And I'm glad that I got the All Top, over Rhino USA. But if you own Rhino USA and it's a good product, I think that's great, but that's what tilted my decision on thinking too much into Rhino USA. What I would tell you to do, we'll conclude this because there wasn't that many questions and stuff, is I have a kit, like I said, in the back of my Jeep, and I'll do more product reviews on some of the other items I have. It goes along with your emergency kit or first aid kit or whatever, is to have this stuff available in case you need it. Look at the link below. This thing has almost a 99%. Well, it does have a 99% favorable rating if you look from 3-star up to 5. So, I would tell you it's damn worth considering, and it's a good product. But if you're having great luck with that Harbor Freight one for the $28, I think it's fine. Like I said, those are the reasons earlier that I chose to go this route. Okay, I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe, keep following me. You folks have a great day, and I'll see you on the next review video. Thank you. Bye-bye.